Okay, this is going to be an up-close selfie shot here to open the show because I'm trying to keep the camera under the umbrella. My God, it is raining here at Disneyland, and my purpose today is to survive, but also to, let's talk about for a minute why you should go to Disneyland in the rain and why you shouldn't. And what I'm experiencing right now is, how are you? One of the reasons why I personally should, because it is a pain to shoot video in the rain. But yeah, it's supposed to rain all day today. It's not pouring. It's just a general nuisance, basically, is what's happening right now. Main Street doesn't look any different, actually. As I walk down Main Street, it doesn't look any different than it normally does. Well, I guess a little bit. There's maybe a few less people on Main Street, but I was expecting. Normally you would expect fewer people on a rainy day, but I have a reason. I have a theory as to why that is. I have been here for maybe 5 minutes. My socks are already soaked through. Reason number one why you shouldn't come to Disneyland in the rain: if you are a lover, a fan of warm, dry socks, then this is probably not the day for you. These guys, though, are making a good time of it. They want to get their they want to do their TikTok shot. They want to do their jumping up in front of the statue shot, but rain. Oh my God. Anyway, my theory is that it's the reservation system. The reason why you are seeing why it's more crowded than you might normally expect on a rainy day is because of reservations. People feel compelled to satisfy the fact that they have a reservation. They want to come and use that reservation. It's not like it used to be where you could just decide not to come. If you have a, let's say an annual pass, okay, you get a strike if you don't come today. I had a reservation today, and I have one strike against me already, and I didn't want to get a second one. Now I suppose I could have, driven all the way down here and went through the gates, turn around and go home. But, now that I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and make a day of it while I can and share my experiences with you guys. But there is a percentage of folks, Magic Key holders with reservations, who are going to come anyway because they don't want to, because they have a reservation, they don't want to waste it. I don't know if this is coming through or not, but it's pouring now. It is legit pouring. It's no longer a light rain. This is a full-on rain where everybody's trying to take cover, pulling over to the side of the streets, going into restaurants, going into dark rides, gift shops, except for a few of us. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is borderline miserable. I just feel like the lens is not doing justice to the rain that's coming down right now and the experience that we're all having. Hey, how are you? Can you see that? One of the reasons why people do like to come to the park, to come to Disneyland during the rain, is because you do feel like you have more of the park to yourself. Obviously, no matter what I just said before, there's definitely fewer people here today, right now, than there normally would be. It's a Monday morning. It's about noon. There should be more people here, obviously. But you feel like you can get on more rides, or people, the rides are going to have less of a wait, and that is true. Except you've also got a lower inventory of available attractions. For example, all those outdoor rides, all those, like in Fantasyland, the Teacups and Storybook Land and KC Jr. Well, I'm not sure if KC Jr. run, but a lot of those attractions close when it rains. And then they all filter towards the same attractions. Everybody's trying to get on the rides where they're indoors for a long period of time, like the Haunted Mansion, like Pirates of the Caribbean, which you can't, oh my God, you can't get on Pirates right now because it's closed. So I wonder, God, let's go take a look and see what Haunted Mansion is like right now. And also along the way, every now and then, I'm going to try to show you little bits of the experience of everything. That's a river flowing from Golden Horseshoe. You can kind of follow it. You can follow the leaves flowing out into the actual river. The river's gonna flood. It's gonna be a flood. We're all in danger. Everybody's gonna get an alert on their phone. Disneyland is a flash flood zone. Yeah, so Pirates of the Caribbean is closed for a while. Let's go see. Well, hey, the music is lovely. I'm enjoying the jazz music right here. That's another thing. It's like, can you still feel the magic of Disney in these conditions? I kind of am, actually, because there's still a lot of positive energy going on. There's a lot of people that are enjoying themselves, and I feed off that myself personally. So although it's not the same, it's different. It's good in a different way. And there you go. That's a 50-minute standby for Haunted Mansion. The queue is out. It started to get out here into the where the fountain is. It started to accumulate out here. Now that's the same sized queue you would see on a regular day. So minus all those guests that aren't here, and you should expect a larger queue, or I should say a smaller queue. But they've all kind of gravitated to this attraction, as it should, as you would expect. Here's another thing. I don't know how folks eat. I watched a guy walk around. He had 2 sourdough bread bowls, clam chowders, trying to walk around in the rain with 2 bread bowls. He had the plate on top to try to cover it, but you know that they're still going to get some, they're still going to get some rain on there. I'm walking through Pelican Landing because I wanted to show you how hard it is. Even if you find cover, like they've got these umbrellas out here, but how are you supposed to sit down in these conditions and eat? And there's so few indoor dining locations with indoor seating. There's so few, hardly any at all, that you're forced to. I mean, I really feel for these folks. Now the good news is that, as I try to keep my camera dry, in California, when it rains, it hardly ever rains all day. It's very rare that we get a day-long, rain, or obviously much less a 2-day-long rain. So when it does rain, you get a lot of folks who just say screw it, but then it clears up, usually quickly, and by the end of the day, you've often got a 70-degree day, and it's clear and sunny, and everything's wonderful, and that's when you reap the benefits of the people who chose not to come to the park. Is that you've got you've got a park that's to yourself, and it's not raining. I don't know if that's going to be the case today. Looks like Splash is also not running. I think. I don't know. Do you get on Splash Mountain if it's raining? Because I feel like you're gonna get wet. You're wet. I'm soaked through. My parents are pretty much soaked. My socks are definitely soaked through. I haven't even been here for an hour yet, and I'm already drenched. So I mean, is there a big difference? Okay, this definitely looks like it's not open. Yeah, Splash is definitely closed, which, big loss, I guess. But it is open. Look at this. We have an attraction, Winnie the Pooh, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh in his 100-acre wood. Looks like it's actually doable. I would have expected some of that Splash Mountain traffic to come in here. Let's see. We're gonna go on a ride today. I was not expecting to do any rides, but look at this. We're going to be waiting in this queue for about 5 minutes. This feels magical. You can still feel the happy.
So please.
That's great. You can still feel the happy.
Arms, feet, and legs inside. And grown-ups, please.
They're happy.
Watch your adorable children. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
This is our first wet seat waiting for us. Oh, yeah. It was a blustery day. Oh, you can see the water sloshing around in there. This was a terrible idea.
Blustery day. in search of honey.
Help! Please!
We'll save you, Piglet! What a wonderful dream!
Hooray! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Oh, fun.
Let's see if it's stopped raining. Nope. Oh, crap. Yeah, that was not a very good idea. Because I'm sitting there, you don't want to open your umbrella while you're in the car, right? When you're in the little honey pot. So you don't want to open up the umbrella, so I'm just sitting there getting rained on. My backpack's getting rained on, my camera's getting rained on, I'm getting rained on, everything is getting rained on while I sit there and wait to go into the thing. Meanwhile, the seat is soaking wet, there's a little bit of a puddle in the, whatever. I mean, that could have gone better. But listen to me. I'm having the time of my life right now. It looks like they are actually getting ready to go back online here at Splash Mountain. I just saw a log take off up the lift hill. Let's see if they sent another one. Yep, there it goes. There we go. So it does look like they keep Splash Mountain running in the rain. The next question is, how long before we see a human take that drop? I wonder. Prime real estate coming up here. It is noontime. It's around lunchtime. Oh my gosh, look at that. Prime real estate, because those tables, unlike the ones we saw at Pelican Landing, are going to be mostly dry. Mostly dry.
Hey, David.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Mostly, yeah, I see now everything that's under the awning is occupied, and then everything that isn't under the awning, like those over there on the rail, are wet and not being occupied. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Talk about a concentration of guests as we work our way to the back part. This no cover. This is like the French Market kind of cover, which is no cover. Southern Californians are not a hardy folk. You know, you hear a lot about, oh man, when we complain about how cold it is, because it's cold today, or how hot it is, sometimes it gets hot. People are saying, you don't know hot, you don't know cold, which is true, we don't. We live in paradise here in Orange County, so we're not accustomed to anything that's below 50 or above 90, right? So that's just not a thing that we're used to. Hi guys, hi. How's it going? I love it, it's the best. Yeah, go for it. Well, tell her thank you for me. You got it? All right, have fun, stay dry, or not. We're not a hardy folk. But if you are of good stock when it comes to dealing with the elements, this would probably be no big deal for you. You would have a great time here in this weather. The Southern Californians, maybe that's the predominance of the folks who are probably going to stay home. So you might have, you know, it should be a good time for folks who are okay with this, who don't mind getting wet. Get yourself a parka. I don't have a parka. Get yourself a parka. On a day like this, it pays to have a parka because it keeps your clothes dry. Combine that with an umbrella. That's all I have right now with me is an umbrella. I have an umbrella, and the only thing it's doing is keeping the top of my head dry. My pants and my shoes and my socks, and you know, my shirt and everything, and my camera, my gear, everything. It's all wet. It's an interesting environment to be in, coming from a guy who's lived in Orange County for every one of his 52 years. And well, since we're here, and I don't know if you can hear it, you can hear a mixture of the Rivers of America birds, and then through your left ear, you can kind of hear the Galaxy's Edge. Train. Oh, we can't see it. There's quite a few people on that train. Cool. Let's go capture that train, actually, as we carefully make our way down these waterlogged steps. You can see my shoes are completely soaked. What makes it worse is that I have a crack in my sole that I didn't pay no mind to until today, because I can feel all that water in my shoe. Okay. We got it. Good thing I have Grandpa out today. Look at that smoke. The smoke is contrasting with the dark skies today. That is cool. It's like I said before, there is magic. It's just different. It's just different. Like, you appreciate different kinds of things when you walk around. So maybe you don't get to do all the things you want to do. Maybe it's a little more uncomfortable, but it's still great. And it certainly hasn't deterred folks from joining the Rise of the Resistance. Oh my goodness, that's a healthy queue. That's a 90-minute queue right there, I bet. They're using all of it. All of it. Now, Rise is actually a pretty good attraction to go ahead and spend 90 minutes on a day like today. This is the day you want to make that a time investment, because you know, hopefully you've got an umbrella so you can just kind of stay dry the whole time while you're in there. But a large part of your wait, half of the time spent on Rise of Resistance, is spent indoors. These folks that are in here are going to spend a good 45 minutes underground. You know, be that on the ride itself or in the queues. That's pretty good. You know, like one of the most popular attractions today, if I were to go to Fantasyland right now, it would be Mr. Toad's, because you get to go to hell and get warmed up a little bit. But that only lasts, that's a fleeting moment. It was kind of warm in Winnie the Pooh too. That was fleeting. You're gonna get a solid 45 minutes to the point where when you get out, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this sucks, put me back in. And I just double checked, 110 minutes posted standby, and pretty sure it'll be all of that. Let's go next door, Docking Bay 7, to see how popular this place is. I can't imagine there's going to be even a single open table or open chair in this place. Yeah, standing room only, and there is definitely lots of people just standing. A lot of folks. What do you call it? Hawking tables. They're standing around waiting to see if they can find somebody to jump out of a table, but it is filled to the brim here. For good reason. This is the place to be right now, especially because it's, you know, lunchtime. Whew. I love it. God, now I want to eat. I love the food at Docking Bay 7. Perhaps my favorite place to eat now in the entire park. As I try to, boy, you can barely walk from here. My goodness, that was the adventure. Oh my God. I barely made it out of there alive. All right, where are we going? What are we doing? I just love these little trips, man. These walking around the park trips. I love it. Here's another one where you're good at, you know, you're good for spending a solid 30 minutes indoors. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. By the way, I don't know if I've reported on this yet, but I heard a rumor that they were testing, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but they were testing duo rider, not single rider, but 75 minutes. Wow. But they were testing duo rider. Two people come together, and which makes perfect sense, because single rider is, I mean, if you go single rider on Millennium Falcon, which is great, there's always going to be, or there's often single rider seats open. You're always, you know, whatever's in the back. I can't remember now if it's gunner or engineer. Whatever's in the back, that's your seat. And so by doing duo rider, you give those folks a chance to be the pilot, which is the best job. Obviously, pilot is the best job. I have been pilot exactly one time. I've been on Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, I don't know, maybe a dozen times. I know it's not a lot, but I feel like maybe a dozen. And I've been pilot one time. And I've never been again, and so I miss it. But then again, I'm not usually here with a group. The one time I was pilot was because I was here with a big group. But yeah, that would be cool. It'd be cool for people who aren't in a group. Hey, how are you? It'd be cool for people who aren't in a big group to have a chance to be pilot. Yeah, it looks like Casey Jr. is in fact a casualty of a rainy day here at Disneyland. You can see even that there's one of the trains is just parked out there on the halfway point. I wonder if they don't normally park a train there, even when it's closed. So I wonder if that means that this is it's like a kind of a temporary situation. I wonder. I wouldn't, because if this was open right now, I would have jumped in there for the chance to be the only person on a Casey Jr. train. That would have been like bucket list type stuff. But again, that goes towards the conversation we were having before about one of the reasons not to come to Disneyland. Yes, fewer people means shorter lines, but you've also got a significantly reduced inventory of attractions to actually enjoy. I don't know how many we've walked by right now where the attractions are closed or at least temporarily. But you're looking at Casey Jr., Splash Mountain. We're gonna get here to a minute in Mad Tea Party, Storybook Land, Big Thunder. When I walked by Big Thunder, although I didn't shoot it, that was closed. Although it sounded like they were testing vehicles, but it's a cause for a lot of attractions to just simply break down. They can't operate very well in the rain. Ducks love it though. I think we found our next candidate for an actual ride to enjoy. That says 60 minutes right there on the sign, but there's hardly any guests in the queue. Yeah, there's no way. The cast member's out front. She's like, no, go in. It's not even close to 60 minutes. She said it's 10. Somebody's got to call ops and get them to change that sign out there. This is more like it. This is why you come to Disneyland on a rainy day, because I'm still undercover. Although I have to sit in that boat. But I'll probably put the umbrella up right up until we get underground, indoors, and I can take it down. I'll sit in the back seat so that I don't bother anybody also. Ooh, and the rain just stopped. Here we go. Is it happening? Is this it? Did it happen? We're gonna find out. This is gonna be cool. We're gonna get on this boat right here. We're gonna go tour around the world, this very small world of ours. And when we get out, will we be fortunate enough to have a no rain day? Look at this. Oh, I'm just finding magic everywhere today with wet socks. And the rain has stopped. I can almost feel the warmth coming out of this building right now. There's some blue skies up there. Look at that. Was just about perfect. Perfect in every way. Like, it was an amazing ride. I had a great time on Small World today, but we timed it perfectly. The rain was just letting down as we got into our boat. It's done. We're here. It's done. The rain is gone. I don't know for how long. If we saw a little bit of sunshine coming through. It's almost lovely here. Now let's go see if we have achieved that thing that I talked about. Have we achieved the peak reason why you come to Disneyland when it rains? That's kind of a bargain right there. I wonder how accurate that is, though, because now there's a huge lineup out here in front of Bob's or the Matterhorn, and the line you're looking at in the right side of the frame is standby. That is not Lightning Lane, and they're starting to fill this up, so that may that may fill up quickly. Storybook is open, and that queue is very short for Storybook Land. That's maybe 15 minutes right there. But I got other plans. Yeah, Casey Jr., right? I was like, man, I would love to be a Casey Jr. right now. Okay. Unexpected. That escalated quickly. This queue filled up so fast. This is standard. This is standard for Casey Jr., you guys. The sun has been out for 5 minutes. I don't even know how long the ride has been open. Maybe, I mean, we were only over at Small World. It's maybe 30 minutes ago when we walked by here before. And unfortunately, that's the only train going right now. I have some more things. I got to get around the park a little more. Otherwise, I might have waited for that Casey Jr. because, you know, I'm always down for Casey. But let's keep moving around the park and see what we can see. I had hopes. I really did. 35 for Big Thunder, which doesn't seem bad. I mean, it certainly could be worse than that, but I don't think that's accurate. I think it's actually worse than that because this queue is stretching. It's growing quickly. It's growing quickly. Soon it'll be out here in the extended area. When you couple in the Lightning Lane factor, this is probably 45 minutes. And again, this attraction was down when we walked by an hour ago. It was closed, so it filled up fast. So on the one hand, I'm disappointed that we didn't exactly achieve the peak reason why you come to Disneyland when on a rainy day. Something that I had alluded to, you know, a little while ago in the show, that the rain doesn't very often last all day here. That you just get the rainstorm and then it goes away and then it's, you know, sunny and warm again. No problem. And if you can endure a little bit of that rain, then you get a park that is closer to a rainy day park, but it's not. It's actually sunny out. But I gotta hand it to these folk today. The Disneyland guests stuck it out. And this actually goes towards perhaps the first point I made, is that more people showed up today than usual. They went ahead and they said, we're going to go for it because of the reservation system. How's it going? They said, you know what, we have a reservation, let's go, we'll ride it out, do what I just said. Ride it out, ride the rain out, and then hope things get better later on in the day, which is exactly what happened.
Done with like different music overlays.
It did get better, and they're immediately, the lines are filling up, the queues are filling up quickly. Let's make a couple more stops just to see if that is holding up. You guys remember when I was here just a couple days ago, we did a State of Disneyland video, and it was about the same time of day. It's 2 o'clock right now, and I took the camera right here and I said, hey, look at how not busy it is.
Yeah.
Dare I say there are more people right now at the hub right now at 2 o'clock on a rainy day than there were here on that, what was it, Wednesday? On that Wednesday? Dare I say this is more people. Fascinating. 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 Alright. Okay, let's go to Tomorrowland. This feels normal. Astro Orbiter. Normal. That's 30 minutes where they're at right there. Star Tours. 30 minutes. They've got the queue running into the extended room, albeit, hey, how are you? Albeit they're not all the way in there. It looks like they just opened it. So that's probably not 30 minutes, but in the neighborhood. People are ready for churros in Tomorrowland. Churro time, yes. I can eat a churro right now. And there you go, Space Mountain. 60 minutes. Standby. Tomorrowland is just brimming with fun, hardy folk getting ready to enjoy the rest of their day. I'm so proud of you for hanging in there during the rain. I did it with you. This is not my thing, you guys. I don't do Disneyland in the rain very well. But we did it. We did it. I got wet socks, and that's about it. You know, they're still a little wet, but whatever. But my clothes are drying up, and this is a place to be right now. It's just like a regular day. How cool is that? We're gonna make one more stop on our visit to Disneyland today, and that is to the monorail, because I was trying to come to the monorail on my last visit on, what day was it? I can't remember. But it was closed because of the heat. It's certainly not too hot today. Looks like they're getting ready to bring Autopia online as well. Trying to get all those ride vehicles going and get everything lined up. Oh, look. Perfect time. Going right in. We're on our way.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. Disney Station, gateway to the downtown Disney District and the Disneyland Resort Hotel. If you will be leaving us here and returning later today, please hold on to your park ticket and leave the station. You may reboard the monorail for a return trip to Tomorrowland up until 1/2 hour prior to Disneyland closing. To cancel around the world, including residents, kings, and celebrities. Below us is the submarine lagoon, where you can dine on fantastic underwater adventure or find a rainbow submarine tour. Across the way, on the
It's up to 45 now. They just upped the wait time there for
Tomorrowland station will obey everyone's last and final stop, and everyone will have to exit. Please remain seated until the doors have opened and the monorail has completely stopped. Once that happens, lower your head and watch your step. Our trains do have slow clearance. And
So what's the final verdict, you guys? Fresh Baked, what's the final verdict? Should you or should you not come to Disneyland on a rainy day? Well, I think the answer is pretty simple. It's pretty obvious. Every day is a good day to come to Disneyland. Yes, of course you should come to Disneyland on a rainy day, whether you like rain or not, whether you think it's gonna help your visit or not. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag as far as that goes today on this adventure, but it's never a bad idea to come to Disneyland, no matter what. But one observation that I think that we can make, I don't know if this is legit or not, this is just me thinking out loud, but the reservation system does seem to have created a much hardier, stouter Disneyland guest. They're more willing to stick it out than they might have in the past. I do think pre-COVID, pre-reservations, a lot of these folks wouldn't be here today. I just think that, and I think the reservation system has made them stick it out, and for good reason. Now we've got a great day, and it's going to be a magical day for a lot of folks. There's going to be some payoff for that. Seen that particular set move up Main Street. You always see him going the other direction towards Town Square for that set. That's interesting. Okay, well that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I sure appreciate you hanging out with us on this rainy/sunny Disneyland day. I had a fantastic time. I had a great time. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Instagram at _FreshBake, on Twitter at FreshBakeDisney, that's Fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakeDisney. We have our website as well, freshbakedisney.com. And if you like our show, want to show you support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbake, Or if you're looking to book a trip to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, or any theme park in the country, if you're looking to buy tickets or whatever, you can support us also by doing that through our affiliate link in the description below for GetAwayToday, a Disney-facing travel agency. Book through them, support Fresh Baked, and enjoy yourself. Have a great day, guys. We love you very much. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Baked.